Okay, all right. So today what we're going to do is we're going to finish the three forms for good by showing you what do lines look like when they're either perfectly flat, zero slope, right, or perfectly vertical, right? Remember the remember slope man, the worst curse word in all of math. What is it? Undefined. All right, let's get started. Okay, all right. So this is what we're going to be looking at today. So here we are talking about the equations of lines with zero or undefined slope. So I'm going to introduce the topic by showing you two of the lines that you are already very well aware of. So looking at the first one, right? The question is, right? Can you guys tell me what the equation of this line is? And I don't mind if you pause a little bit because I have a feeling that this is the only thing we can talk about today. And then tomorrow, and then when we come back, we'll practice a little bit together, and then that's it. Because I want to, because the day after today, which is tomorrow, and the day after that, which is 2 days from now, I want to devote entirely to using the calculator, the TI-84. And I'm going to show you every little step that you need to know to be able to use that calculator correctly on your own and on the regions. Okay, so yeah, let's do that. Okay, all right. So why don't we actually try number one and two right now, and then when you come back, I'll tell you what the equations are. How about that? Okay, so see if you remember. Okay, it's good practice. So press pause right now. Okay, and we're back. So now the first one's fairly straightforward because the slope, all you need to know is what the slope is, right? In this case, slope is one, right? One rise, one run, right? Rise, run, rise, run, right? So the slope is one. Okay, the computer's a little slow. And what's the y-intercept? Where is it? Yeah, it's a zero, right? So y equals to 1x plus b, right? Which is zero. Y equals x. That's it, right? Nothing crazy. Number two, right? Now let's see. I need to know what the slope is, so I think I need to, oh, this is not going to be that easy because it's not sitting on anything. As a matter of fact, yeah, this is not a, oh, I got it. It's right here. I kept looking here, and I was like, well, none of these lines are crossing where the two grids intersect until the very end. They're right here. See that? This one and this one, right? See where I'm pointing? So I can find a slope there. I'll use the slope formula. Let's see. Where is this? Negative 5. 5, is that right? Negative 5, 5. So that is 5. Negative 3. I'm just double checking. I don't want to get this wrong. Let's see. Okay. 5. Yep. Okay. Find the slope. So the slope is, let's just go this way. I'm going to do 5 minus negative 3. And then negative 5 minus 5. So that's 8 over negative 10 or negative 4 fifths. Okay, where's the y-intercept? That is at 1. So y equals to negative 4 fifths x plus 1. There you go. Right? Now it gets interesting. What about these two down here? Numbers 3 and 4. Right? Because think about this. The line is completely flat. Actually, let's entertain it for a second. Okay? Let's actually do the questions. Let's entertain. Let me use a different color. Let's entertain this furthermore. So what we'll do is this. We'll find the slope. Now, you already know the slope is 0. But, let's play along here. Where's the eraser? So let's say we're going to find the slope. So I'm going to pick 2 points. So let's just pick this one. And we'll pick this one. Okay, how about that? So here we got, what point is that? Negative 3, negative 2, and 2, negative 2. Okay, now slope, negative 2 minus negative 2 over 2 minus negative 3, right? So that's 0 over 5, which is 0. Now, what's the y-intercept? That's negative 2, so let's write it out. Okay, y equals to mx plus b. So y equals to 0x plus negative 2. Now I'm just going to bring it over here. I'm going to bring it to the left side, okay? Y equals to nothing plus negative 2, so y equals to negative 2. Right? Huh. Interesting. Right? There's no x here, right? Notice that. Now, let's take it to the right side and do the same thing here. So let me pick 2 points. Okay, it doesn't matter. All right. So here we got the slope. Let's calculate the slope. What point is that? Negative 2, 3. And here I got negative 2, negative 3. Right, so subtract 3 minus negative 3. I'm going to go top bottom, okay? And that's negative 2 minus negative 2. So that's 6 over 0. Uh-oh. What's the slope? It's the worst curse word in mathematics. Undefined. Right? So that's undefined. Now, is there a y-intercept? No, there isn't one, right? So now, that said, look at this line here. Have you noticed? So here's the problem, big problem, right? How am I even gonna write the equation, right? Because I need at least a what? I need at least the slope, right? Even if there's no y-intercept, right? So again, let me repeat, right? If there's no y-intercept like number 1 here, at least I still got the slope. And on the other one, number 3, if we don't have the slope, at least we got the y-intercept, right? So the question is, well, what do we do if there's no slope in this case, right, where it's undefined, and there's no y-intercept, right? So here's how you can get out of this one. Pay close attention here. Now let me draw another point. Where is that? Negative 2, what is that? Negative 2, 1, right? Let me draw another point right here. Down, way down here, right? What is that? Negative 2, negative 5. Let me draw one more point up here. What point is this right here? Negative 2, 5. Oh, have you noticed? Uh, all of these have an x value of negative 2. See that? So what does that mean? That means that there's no y equals, but rather we have x equals. What's x equals to? Negative 2. And that's the best we can do. X is negative 2. So there's not even a y equal equation. There's no slope intercept form. There's none of that. We just literally have this. Now, go backwards, right, to number 3. You see how this is flat? It's the same thing, by the way. I don't know if you noticed. So if I go like here, right, this is 4, negative 2. If I go here, this is negative 5, negative 2. If I go right here, right, I got, what is that? 0, negative 2. What do they all have in common? Yeah, the negative 2, right? Negative 2, negative 2, negative 2, negative 2, negative 2. Right? So what does that mean? Y equals to negative 2, right? Y is always negative 2, so y equals to negative 2. Here, x is always negative 2, so x equals negative 2. Okay, so 2 things you gotta look out for, right? 1 and 2, when the lines are in a diagonal, let me use a highlighter. When the lines are in a diagonal, like this, or like this, you're good. You gotta have a nice equation in the slope intercept form. It gets a little bit troubling When you have a perfectly flat line horizontally, y equals something, or when you have a line that goes up down vertically, perfectly vertical, right? In that case, you're going to get an x equals because all the x's are the same. On the other case, all the y values are the same. Okay, got that? All right. So that's what you have to look out for. Yeah, we're going to run out of time. So let's save the calculator stuff for tomorrow. Okay, so right now, having said that, just try these two, and then when you come back to class, I'll throw a few more at you as a mixed review, and that'll be it for today. Okay? All right. So, okay. So try these two right now. When you come back, I will show you the. I will actually just go over it with you. Okay? So press pause right now. Okay, all right. So just to make things expedite things a little bit, I wrote down I picked out some of the points and I wrote it out, all right, for both questions. So let's see. Now, what do you notice about the first one, right? Uh, the second value is always the same, right? The y value, it's always the same. It's all 3. So what do you think? What do you think the it's supposed to be? Yeah, y equals to 3. That's it, right? Y is always 3, right? This is the y value, right? If y is always 3, y is 3, y is 3, that means y is 3, right? Okay. Second one, for this one, let's see. For this one, the first one's always the same, and that's the x value, right? So let's see. So x is always 4, x is always 4, x is always 4, x is always 4. And that's it. That's how you do these questions, okay? So, yeah, having said that, let's come back to class. I'll give you some more of these to practice. I'm going to mix it up a little bit, okay? So, as a matter of fact, I'm going to mix it up a little bit by showing you every kind of line, diagonal and otherwise, okay? All right, so not bad. Okay, all right. So, thanks for watching, and let's come back to class right now. Okay, all right, bye-bye.
OMG, that was so good.